We're going down the Universal timeline. I'm sure you're checking out the movie posters on the right side of the tram. These are just some of the movies we've made throughout a more than 100-year history. That's our founder, Carl Lemley, inviting guests to the studio to see how movies get made. Yeah. Just like you're doing today. Here we have our glamour trams. It started in 1964, the tour. And from there, the theme park grew into this wonderful space. Oh, by the way, that's Fire Station 51 on your right. It's a real fire station. I'd love to point it out. We're professionals that are off call like 24/7. We have our own bank, our own police force, fire department. Zip code. This is Universal City in LA County. So welcome to Universal Studios, folks. Welcome to Hollywood.
Libby, naughty professor. Oh, Libby, American Pie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gladiator, Libby.
In front of us is Soundstage 12. I know, it's like an airplane hangar, right? On the outside, but inside, we can create any environment the story demands. We have 36 sound stages throughout the lot. Here's some iconic scenes filmed inside Soundstage 12.
Libby, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs world. Right.
Shut up, my dear friend!
Stage 12.
Alright, so here we are at the entrance of a real motion picture and TV studio. We have Super Nintendo World on your right, that's home to Mario and Luigi, the stars of our biggest film of 2023, the Super Mario Brothers movie. And to the left we have more sound stages. Like I said, we can create any environment the story demands inside. You can take a peek inside some of these TV shows. Yeah. Alright, Minions. 3 o'clock, over to your right. A little farther down you have Ted, for the TV series Ted. Oh, take a look at this. This is what's streaming on Peacock.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, TED. It's a prequel series set in 1993. That means our skilled craftspeople had to build a high school, a house, and even recreate downtown Boston as it looked back in the day using exterior sets and facades that you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, TED is intended for mature audiences only. So grown-ups, tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch. Oh, come on!
Okay, folks, so on your left are the production bungalows. Among them is Mark Black Productions, who are bringing Wicked to movie theaters. Here with a special message is the director of the film, John M. Chu.
Hey, Studio Tour. You're seeing a lot of behind-the-scenes movie-making magic today, showing you up close how filmmakers, like me, bring our dreams to the big screen. After your tour, the magic of Wicked continues at Universal Studios Hollywood, where you can experience photo ops, props, and costumes from the film, and fun bites and drinks from Shiz and Emerald City. But first, here's a look at Wicked.
Come with me to meet the wizard. I couldn't possibly have such a moment. Come.
If you think that's something to see, let's see this. You're good.
Very good.
Wicked, PG.
Today, wow, November 22nd. So, it's Don't Miss Wicked, only in theaters, including our very own Universal Cinema on City Walk. Really, really cool. All right, these bungalows to your left, like I said, they house production offices to writers, producers, directors. This one, 5195, are the De Laurentiis Company offices, and they were once the office of the great master of suspense, director Alfred Hitchcock. Continuing, we have Soundstage 25 here to the left, where Lopez versus Lopez is filmed, starring George Lopez and Maya Lopez. Here are some parking spaces reserved for cast and crew. Behind this building, there are 2 sound stages, 25 and 26. Stage 26 is used for a new show called St. Denis Medical, starring David Allen. And I'm moving into the back lot where the world is literally just around the corner. Now, folks, we're going to visit Skull Island, King Kong. So please secure your personal belongings, wallets, cell phones, backpacks, purses, toys, purchases, anything that may fall overboard, especially if you're sitting next to the tram gates. You don't want to lose anything inside, because if you lose something inside, you can't get out to pick it up, neither can you. All right, so make sure nothing falls out of the tram once we're inside the attraction. Now, we do have here in front of us, as you can see, this is our metropolitan sets. These buildings that look like brick and stone, in reality, are made out of wood, foam, rubber, fiberglass, chicken wire, plaster, and towers. Lightweight materials. I think you see a couple of old-fashioned cars there. See if it's, yeah, there you go. See, a big production, that's why we're not going through there. Here's King Kong director, Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to do movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you encounter monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great. Right. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
This is Skull Island.
straight ahead. They're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no...
Director Peter Jackson in the car that got ripped off by Hungry T-Rex. You can see all these trailers here. Some of the hair, makeup, wardrobe, offices. You call it the space camp. You'll see where there's craft services. Oh, they're getting ready to... So tonight, it's going to be a night shoot. We have all the big lights over here on the other side of the trucks. Big production. That's catering. They're getting the food ready. A few days ago, they were filming early in the day. Today, they're filming later at night. You have this beautiful mural here on your right of the iconic Universal monsters, painted by street artist Tristan Eno. Wow, a huge green screen there. A lot of production. This is all that goes behind the scenes of the movies, TV shows, commercials, and music videos. Yeah, looks like an easy job. It's not. Long hours. These guys are going to be filming all through the night. Here we have stage 30 and 31. See the familiar V painted on the wall there? That's for the singing competition show The Voice. That's where it's filmed. Season 26 and 27 of The Voice with Reba McEntire, Gwen Stefani, Michael Bublé, and Snoop Dogg.
Hey, Studio Tour. It's your boy Snoop Dogg. Did you know that the Universal Backlot is home of The Voice? That's right. We tape right here on stage 31. Don't miss our incredible new season every Monday and Tuesday on NBC. Now that you've heard the rest, you can have the best.
You can be with the S and have this on your chest.
Snoop Dogg, The Voice, Monday and Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Yeah. This lake here has been witness to many an important production. We call it the Hollywood Ocean. There's a production in particular that's celebrating its 70th anniversary this year. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Filmed right there on Lake. It's our history, a legacy of horror films that started back in 1931 with Dracula and went on all the way up to the Epic Universe at Universal Epic Universe opening next year in Orlando. And now we're going to visit an area where it all began. My favorite space in the whole backlot, Little Europe. I'll explain a little later why it's my favorite, but right now, what I do want to say, some of you may recognize these outdoor sets from a TV show, The Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Okay, well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
Good Place, starring Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. Streaming on Peacock. Alright, so why is this my favorite place? I'm a fan of the classic Universal monster movies. Those black and white films about Dracula, the Wolfman, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Invisible Man. Ooh, this place has been changed into many areas in Europe. Many countries in Europe. Spain, France, Italy, Germany, Transylvania. This area on your right is called the Court of Miracles. This is where all of Hollywood's greatest monsters got their start.
Maybe also think monsters. Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera. Classic films. They're just brilliantly made.
That Frankenstein, huge, flathead, bald. It's one of the great icons of the world.
That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film. I was just mesmerized by this movie. Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me.
They still ring in our memories now, and we love them.
Alright, folks, we're going inside Soundstage 50. You don't need the 3D glasses. They're not for this, okay? So don't put them on. Don't put the 3D glasses on. Not for this, okay? Stage 50 is dressed to look like train station, metro, subway, underground. Do secure your personal belongings so nothing falls out. We're in the middle of a big production here. Look at the details on your left of the studio equipment, the lights, cables, a couple of the art director. He's This is where the director sits. We call it Video Village. And here we have an area for hair, makeup, wardrobe. Craft services. Yeah, there you got food. Man, you saw that earlier. Outdoors with a big production, all right? Okay. Hang on tight, my friends. This might be the big one. large-scale mechanical effects that we use constantly in our disaster building TV shows. Notice it wasn't CGI, it's all practical effects. Disaster classic Earthquake, which starred Charlton Heston, Richard Roundtree, and Ava Gardner. Yeah. It was released, the movie was released in November of 1974, so it's now celebrating its 50th anniversary. Wow, 50th anniversary. Now the attraction opened in 1989. But in 1975, another terror splashed onto the big screen, Jaws. So, welcome to Amity, where every day is like the 4th of July.
Olivia.
There it is.
Sharp, Olivia. Oh, sharp film, wow. Bed. Yeah, ಏನಿದು?
So you've all met Bruce. Oh,
That's a much flying shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work over there.
The shark is not working. The shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited. The shark.
all right, that was Steven Spielberg. Well, anyway. Here we go to another classic attraction, but here to talk about it is the Today's Show co-host and weather anchor, Mr. Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968.
ನೋಡು ಮಳೆ ಬರತ್ತಾರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏ ನೀರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ತಗೋ
Only part of the back lot with a 100% chance of rain. The flash flood.
As you can see, it's raining. We do it by using an overhead sprinkler system, which is kept out of the camera's view. Water shoots up into the air, so it fall back down naturally like real rain. And with the sheet, it catches up the sun. Now, folks, we all do know what happens in sunny California and other places when it rains up. It's too much. You get mudslides and flash floods. Here's a scene for the movie Big Fat Liar. It's filmed right there.
You can't outrun a wolf, kid! Yeah, but you got that. Hang on, funny folks!
Amanda Bond, Striking Beauty, Paul Giamatti, Big Fat Liar. We leave old Mexico to now take you into the Wild West. Welcome to 6 Points.
Olivia, I'm away.
enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Oh, you can count on me, Fallon. Now get.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
There you have it, Hollywood movie magic right before your eyes. You have all these facades here, left and right. Really cool. So we're going to leave the area now, and we're going to go up Steven Spielberg Drive in honor. The street is named in honor of the great film director Steven Spielberg. Now, did you know that Mr. Spielberg was one of the people responsible for bringing the Jaws attraction to Universal Studios?
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation.
Now you can see the difference between the two structures. A practical set and a facade, which is right behind it. We're going to visit a street with facades and practical sets. For our intended purposes here at Universal Studios, this is called Colonial Street. But a lot of people still remember this street. They remember it as Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives.
Lion Estate.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
What the heck? Let's move back.
Now folks, we reuse these sets over and over and over again, changing the appearance constantly. That's why you don't recognize it from one production to the next. If you saw Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy last year, the holiday movie, this is a street that was all decorated with holiday decorations and whatnot. The Netflix show Never Have I Ever, starring Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, she lives on this street. Here are some examples of other productions on this very same street.
Oh, iya, ilan ay doa. Nelly.
The newest resident, Ted. He lives on a street in the blue house on the left.
On the left.
This is right there, okay. One with the 3 dormers? This one.
This one. I did.
Let the festivities begin.
How many we got?
Well, let's see. We got 20 cartons.
Fantastic.
Do you think we're getting too old for this?
Oh, come on, Johnny, we're doing a public service here. If a kid leaves the house in a less than stellar Halloween costume, he's got to get the bad news before he makes a fool of himself all over town. We're Samaritans.
Okay, so we move along a little farther up to the left. We have the Lion Estates. You remember the Lion Estates were the Back to the Future films? That's where Marty McFly lived in the home of tomorrow today. Now, folks, those are replicas of the originals that were made for the 30th anniversary of the first film. Now, my friends plan to come back this April for Universal Fan Fest nights. It's an all-new after-hours event that will immerse you in the worlds of the best of fantasy, gaming, anime, cosplay, and sci-fi, including Back to the Future. To find out more about Universal Fan Fest nights, visit UniversalStudiosHollywood.com. Now, returning to Back to the Future, the time machine in that film was actually a car. And vehicles that you see in movies, TV shows, commercials, and music videos are called picture cars here in the industry. So guess what? We're going to show you some picture cars that I'm sure you'll recognize, because many of these have become just as famous as some of the stars who have driven them.
Oh, leave it. Left pile Jurassic Park.
And here we have an official scale replica of the Hollywood sign, built in conjunction with the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. And as you can see today, it's dressed up for the holidays. Now I'd like to show you one of the most iconic structures still standing in Hollywood today. Well, there were two actually. The Psycho House at the Bates Motel. The movie Psycho was released in the year 1960, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, starring Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, and Janet Leigh.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
ஆமா ஏமா மனுஷமா இல்ல ரியல் இல்ல
So we leave director Alfred Hitchcock's world to take you through director Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
Is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision of Steven. He puts together, sit down and talk about War of the Worlds. That's why we're at the 74 Glenwood and we are going to have a big neighborhood. Because it's just something you don't see. You're doing good. You're doing good. Close. Robbie, get in. Get in.
Universal has been fortunate to work with generation-defining directors such as Alfred Hitchcock, Steven Spielberg, and with also Academy Award winner Jordan Peele. Just a few moments, we're going to visit Jupiter's Claim, which is a set from Jordan Peele's latest film called Nope, which stars Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Stephen Young. And here to talk about the set is Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Well, I do. A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Oh, it's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy, gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the UFO hotspot. What's a bad miracle? Welcome to the world of no.
Let's heed the warning and let's get out. That's another Jordan Peele film. It won the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. Folks, we leave one attraction. We're entering another, Fast and Furious. You don't have to put on the 3D glasses just yet, all right? Don't put them on yet. I'll let you know when to do so, okay? Because we're going to need them, just not right now, right? But you know the drill. Secure your personal belongings. And let's do this. Let's make believe there's a high-value witness on the tram. There's a criminal called Owen Shaw after you. So we're going to hide in here, inside this well-known street racer party hangout. We'll chill in here for a little bit, make sure everything is safe, and then continue our journey. The Lakeside Country Club, and you can see our famous neighbors from up here. Warner Brothers, you see those sound stages all the way down there, and a big WB shield on the wall. You see it down there, the water tower and all that. And you can see our sound stages here up in front. Really cool. The Verdugo Mountains in the background. A little over to the right behind the Warner Brothers, there's a building all the way by it's all by itself. That's ABC Television, and Disney's around there too. And in case you were wondering where the Hollywood sign is from here, you can't see it from here, but it's on the other side of that bridge, that mountain out there. It's on the other side. You can take a train ride, take the train on Lancashire Boulevard, one stop going downtown, going south, and you get off at Hollywood and Highland, and then you have the Chinese Theater, you have the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the Dolby Theater where the Oscars are held, the Wax Museum, and all that stuff that people come to see when they visit Hollywood, all right? So folks, please make sure you have your personal belongings with you before you exit. Watch your step as you do so. Thank you so much for visiting Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. And as we say here in Hollywood, when finished after a long day of filming, that's a wrap.